Okay, I'm back with the second part of FB's question there, regards to when to put on a second coat or another coat. So I did this at about 6:30 this morning. I did a coat on here. It took me about an hour and a half, I guess, to give everybody a coat in here. One thing I should mention that if I used to only do 3 or 4 or 2 or 3 models at a time, and I didn't used to bother to mask up because you're done in minutes. But when you're taking an hour and a half, it's good to make sure you have like a NIOSH respirator on and one that's rated for ammonia. The organic ones don't work with ammonia. It has its own separate class. So just something to be aware of, that you don't get overcome by fumes when you're working with this stuff. Okay, so this is 6:30. It's now 2:45 in the afternoon, and you can see the color here, like it's gone back to yellow. When you put it on, it's pretty much white. I guess the only problem would be is if you're using the EG brand, Engineer Guy brand, I think it stays white, goes on white and stays white. So with this one, there is a color change. You can see, I don't know if you can see here, it's a little bit white. I wouldn't have a problem putting another coat on this guy like this afternoon. Usually what I've been doing is I go home and come back at about 6 o'clock after dinner, or 6:30, and then I do another quick batch on everybody here, another quick coat if I have the time. But here's when you don't want to put on another coat. As you can see in these deep little valleys and undercuts in here, you can see how it's so white, still so white. It's quite tacky in there, and you don't want, if you brush up top of that, it's going to pull it off, and then I think you can run into delamination problems too, and it takes a long time to cure. Like these guys, I'm just looking through the viewfinder, it looks a little more white than it is. It's actually, I wouldn't have a problem. These guys are actually done. They're finished, these little guys here. In case everybody's wondering what these little pieces of tape are all the way down the table, it's just that I marked down if it's been sealed and shellacked, or silicone and shellacked on the table, and then I marked down how many coats that I have on it. So this one has 11, and he feels pretty good. So these ones are ready to go here. But also, I guess, on the other side, you can see these guys here too. So you can see this one's pretty much yellow. There's a little bit of white. See, I'd stay away from this. If it's still like this, leave it till the next day. Same as here, you can see the white across here. The little girl here, you can see it's still pretty white. I'd leave that until the morning. That won't be ready to go when I come back. If I came back this afternoon, it wouldn't be ready. So I just leave it. So some of these are only getting 1 coat a day. Which is fine. It is, I don't have any heat on in here, but we've had a really nice fall so far. It's about 18 degrees Celsius, so I think that's 65-ish in the Fahrenheit scale. And they're curing up nice. I'm mostly getting 2 coats on. If it's really nice, the other day we had a couple really nice warm days. I open up the big door, and it warms up in here really nice, and it cures really fast. So anyway, I hope that answers some of the questions. Oh, here, remember I was mentioning there's people way smarter than I am when it comes to the rubber. JB mentioned to me, because this is part of a pagoda and so is that, why didn't I put that piece on top and do it as one? And I told him that's because I'm a dork. So, because I didn't think of it. About coat 3, I looked at it and went, oh my God, what are you doing? You should have put them together. But, oh well, now maybe I'll have to make 2 molds, so that's not always a bad thing. So, anyway, see you all till the next one.